Check, mic check, 1, 2. What's going on, everybody? I appreciate you checking out this video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about why you should always trust your intuition. All right, look, I'm going to get straight into it, okay? Always trust your intuition, right? Let's talk about what intuition is, right? And I'm not really going to get too deep into it. I'm going to just keep it surface level. At the end of the day, your intuition is that gut feeling that something's not right. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? You ever been in a relationship and now something's just not right? Their story is not adding up. Their movements and their actions is just not lining up. You can't really put your finger on it, but your intuition, that gut feeling, you just have that gut feeling. That gut feeling is there to protect you. You understand what I'm saying? It's there to alert you like, hey, something's not right. You might want to pay attention. This is why I always say, man, trust your intuition, okay? That's basically what intuition is. The short version, right? The straight and direct version. Intuition is that gut feeling, okay? So now, man, what sparks your intuition? At least for me, the things that have sparked my intuition that something's not right. First, a pattern change. When someone's pattern changes, for me, it sparks something like, why is, what's going on? Why has your pattern changed? A lot of times I don't notice it. You know what I'm saying? Just little subtle changes and stuff like that, you don't notice. But then when, things start to kind of compile, your intuition kicks in and it's saying, hey, something's not right, okay? Just to get a little bit deeper on intuition, it's kind of like your instinct with a little bit of facts on top of it, right? So your instinct is telling you, hey, something's not right. Go into protection mode, right? On top of the facts are, you may not exactly know what is going on, but the facts are their pattern has changed. They used to get home from work at 5. Now they're getting home from work at 6:30. They used to leave for work at 8 o'clock. Now they're leaving at 6:30. They used to call you back when you called. If they missed your call, they used to call you right back. Now it's taking a few hours for them to call you back, right? You used to text, they text right back. Now it's taking them hours to text you back. Those are the facts, right? Your instinct is telling you, based on these facts, that something is not right. The pattern has changed, okay? The next thing, right, if you're a spiritual person or people who are spiritual or religious, right, they believe like, or even me, because I'm a spiritual man. Even me, I believe that in a way it's like a spiritual message, right? It's something in the universe is letting you know that something's wrong. You understand what I'm saying? For me, man, it's more so like the pattern has changed and stuff like that. But sometimes when I'm in a situation where there is no pattern, right, then that's when my spiritual awareness kind of kicks in, right? And my connection to the universe is telling me like, hey, something's not right. You know what I'm saying? You ever just get that feeling? You walk into a store and it's just kind of like an eerie feeling, and you just leave the store, or just something is not right. Something happens to make you kind of look over your shoulder. Like, you know what I mean? You don't know what made you look over your shoulder, or you don't really know what made you do what you did. But whatever it is that made you do what you did protected you from harm. You walked into the store, something didn't look right, you just left the store. You wasn't getting a good vibe. Later on, you found out, the store got robbed. You understand what I'm saying? You at the, the light turned green, and you getting ready to go. For some reason, you just be like, you kind of stop. And then you look up, and then a car done ran the red light, just zoomed right across you. And you just like, man, my light turned green. I was getting ready to go, but something stopped me, right? That's for me where I believe my spirituality, that's where I believe like it's like a spiritual connection. And not to get off topic, right? Women's intuition, right? I used to hear about women's intuition all the time. Never understood what it was, but I understand when it happened to me. How did my mother know, I made a face behind her back when she told me what to do? How did my teachers, most of my teachers were women. How did my teacher know You know what I mean? When she turned her back, that I, you know, whatever it is that I did. Or, you know, when I started dealing with girls, how did she know? You understand what I'm saying? Like, man, how did she know that I did this? Or how did she know that this happened? Like, you know what I mean? Women's intuition. Guys, when I got on my spiritual path, I learned about hair, and you know, what its ties to spirituality, and how like your hair is supposed to send messages. You know, they're like antennas, and they send and receive. They receive messages, you know what I'm saying, from the universe and stuff like that. Later on, I put 2 and 2 together, and I was like, oh, most women have long hair. The long hair, you know, there was something with their intuition, just because they have long hair, and, you know, spiritually they knew that something, you know, was going on. It was a message from the universe, right? That's the story behind my locks, guys. I'm a little off topic, but that's the story behind my locks. So, you know, women's intuition, long hair, put 2 and 2 together. All right, let me get back to what I'm talking about, right? Guys, so guys, always go with your gut. Ladies, fellas, everybody, always go with your gut. Now, what does that mean to go with your gut? There's 2 ways that you can go about that intuition when you get that feeling. Now, when I was younger, okay, I didn't know any better. I moved off of emotions when it came to my intuition, because it was always, in, you know, dealing with a relationship, dealing with a girl, dealing with a woman, right? That's when my, you know, for the most part, my intuition always kicked in. And what happened, man, is when in my younger days, when I didn't know any better, I moved off of my emotions, right? So the pattern changed. Something's not right. You think she, you know, maybe entertaining another guy, or whatever the case may be. And so my feelings were involved, right? I had an emotional attachment to that woman, and so my feelings got involved. Listen, you cannot control somebody. Ladies, you cannot control what a man does. Fellas, you cannot control what a woman does, right? But my emotions got the best of me. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Where you at? You know, why you ain't calling me back? All this kind of weak stuff, man, making me look weak. But because I was emotionally attached, man, it was, my emotions were getting the best of me. I was really trying to, like, you know, either get her back on track, or, you know, my emotions were, you know, trying to, like, I don't even know at this point, at this stage of my life, I don't even know why. I don't even know why I was acting like that, but I know now it was because I had an emotional attachment and I felt some type of way. Where you going? Who you going with? What took you so long? Where exactly are you going? Who you going to be with? What time you coming back? Oh, you said you was coming back at some... Guys, man, that intuition, I guess because of my emotions, led me to kind of be insecure, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I guess it led me to be insecure, and then I started trying to be controlling, maybe. You understand what I'm saying? Guys, when you have an emotional attachment, I'm telling you, man, it's the worst, man. Like, you got to move logically, not off of those emotions. You got to break that attachment, man. Move logically, not off of emotions. But that's how I used to move. That's how I used to move when I was younger. I moved off of my emotion. When that intuition kicked in, yeah, man, it was bad. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm older, and I've learned, right? Because just because you older don't mean nothing, man. Just because you older doesn't make you wiser. If you ain't going through nothing, you ain't learned, you haven't grown, you haven't evolved, you haven't been through some experiences and learned from it, man, age ain't nothing but a number. Understand that, okay? But anyway, worked on myself, guys, and I became emotionally intelligent. So now when it comes to my intuition, right? My intuition is something ain't right, I move differently. I move logically, right? So I'm dealing with a woman, I'm in a relationship, right? Ladies, you're dealing with a man, you in a relationship, and your intuition is telling you that something is not right. I move logically, right? What I do is I work on myself. You understand what I'm saying? Because I already fully understand that I cannot control what somebody else does. So if I'm in a relationship and she's moving funny and my intuition is telling me, yo, she's moving funny, I can't stop her from moving funny. You understand what I'm saying? I understand this now. I can't stop her, man. She's going to do whatever it is that she wants to do. Ladies, he's going to do whatever he wants to do. That's just what it is. You can't control them. The only person you can control is you. I fully understand that now. So what do? I work on myself. You know what I mean? I look and see where my shortcomings are and I work on them. If I haven't been in the gym like I needed to be in the gym, I get in the gym and I go hard like I'm supposed to. If I haven't been building myself, as far as my knowledge is concerned, I ain't been reading books like I should, I get into the books. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not eating right, I eat right. I get back on my discipline. If I'm not on my purpose, I get back on my purpose. If I haven't even found my purpose, or I'm just not on my purpose right now, I focus on my hobbies. I focus on me. At the end of the day, that's what I do. I focus on me. I move logically. I can't move emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Because guys, listen, and ladies, but I mostly talk to the guys, man. I'm doing my best to trying to like spread everything out, man. But listen, I'm a man. I only know how to be a man. I feel more comfortable with speaking to men, but this applies to ladies as well. So for the 2.3 ladies that might watch this, I appreciate y'all for watching. And I'm trying to, do a little bit better with spreading my content out. But for the most part, I talk to men. That's just what it is. Okay. But yeah, you got to move logically, guys. Move logically. The way that I move logically, like I said, I focus on myself and I remember these things right here. Okay. Focus on myself. I hope for the best and I prepare for the worst. Listen, always trust your intuition. Okay, when you get that gut feeling that something is not right, you have to move on it. There's two ways you can move on it. You can move emotionally or you can move logically. Okay, for me, it always works best to move logically. Now, yeah, I may be emotionally invested in that woman. I may be emotionally invested in that relationship. Ladies, you may be emotionally, invested in that man. At the end of the day, you can't control them, regardless of what your intuition is telling you. Your intuition is simply a warning. It's a protection mechanism. It's kind of letting you know, hey, something's not right. Whether, you're spiritual and you believe it's the universe is telling you something's not right, whether you believe, it's psychological, like your mind is telling you, hey, the pattern has changed. Something's not right. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of us have past traumas, right? We've been through this before. Hey, they're moving funny. The last guy I was with, the last woman I was with, when she started moving like this is what I found out. So you recognize the pattern. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's what your intuition is. It's just like, you recognize the pattern. You're not a spiritual person and you recognize the pattern. Whatever it is that you believe, wherever you think intuition may be coming from, understand it, trust it. Something is wrong, okay? Let me tell you something. If you're in a relationship and your intuition is telling you that something's wrong with that relationship. So in my opinion, man, something is going on in that relationship to where your intuition is stepping in to have to protect you. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of times, man, when something's going wrong in a relationship, man, sometimes you don't even recognize certain things. You know how they say hindsight is 20/20? Sometimes you don't even recognize something until after everything has totally blown up. Then you're looking back at the situation and you're saying, wow, it started with this. I saw that, but I didn't even realize it was this, or because that intuition, that protection mechanism hadn't set in yet. You understand what I'm saying? Them spidey senses wasn't up. Look, I'm not going to make this too long, okay? Always trust your intuition. Fellas, if she's moving funny, there's two ways that you can move. You can move off of your emotions and show weakness. Where you at? Who you with? Why you doing this? Why you doing that? And blah, blah, blah. Or you can move logically. Work on yourself. Listen, if it's a woman that you just dating, you know what I mean? Listen, let it go. If she's moving funny, let it go. If she's moving in a way that does not make you feel comfortable, let it go. Ladies, same thing. Let it go. I feel funny talking to the but listen, I'm just saying, because this is universal. But look, at the end of the day, if they moving different, let it go. If they moving different, let it go. If you're not comfortable with it, just let it go. It's that simple. If you're emotionally attached, it's going to be hard. But what more do you need? They're moving funny. They doing what they want to do. And there's nothing you can do about it. Always trust your instincts. Look, y'all be good. I'll catch y'all on the next one.